though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So on this day, we commit John's ashes to this place, but we commend his spirit to Almighty God and give thanks for his life. And know that God, the author of life, is the one to whom we return. I bid you to go forth and live your life, knowing that your beloved family member is with God, and you will see him again one day. And I bid you this in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude our services here today. On behalf of the family, thank you so much for your attendance and your show of love and support. And once again, you are all invited to a reception at Lafreniere Park in the Foundation Center. Thank you, and please be safe in your travels home.
I just said we went to the year when you take the thing off and the hydraulics are up.
We're going to combine. We're going to think about it.
You know, you're right. I'm going to ask him.
I just wanted to hug you, but I think I'm doing a Maryland. Trying to talk to her about it. Sounds like she only wants to go for like 2 weeks. That'd probably be enough.
Oh, is that what she said?
Did Colin come say hi?
Not yet. Oh, he just walked in and he went right. I'm documenting.
You're documenting?
Good, how are you? Oh my goodness, it's really good to see you.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm surprised you made it.
Oh yeah, there were moments where I was surprised too. I was like,
oh my gosh.
Did you hit traffic or?
we had traffic and we like, it was just long.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, it took us all these weird ways.
I know a little bit about that too.
Yeah, it was not
It
ideal.
extended our trip from being 8 hours to 12 and a half hours.
Oh my gosh.
We're here
Yes.
and
Better for worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have
they're like, we are upright.
You slept.
You're upright. This is
You
upright.
slept in the car last night, and I didn't. And I slept in the car this morning.
We slept as best as we could, but yeah. But after this, I don't know. I'm probably gonna go somewhere because
Crash.
He was like, can't wait to get to somewhere.
To sleep. Oh my
Well, we're staying at
god.
the Clarion. I'm sure that there's openings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Floor overlooks game room. Can't move the theater. Oh, you're saying
there, and under the circumstances, we're certainly very sorry for your family's loss. But I'm Dominic Impastato. I'm the Jefferson Parish Councilman that represents Jefferson Parish Council meeting. We unanimously passed at our council meeting a resolution to name the conference room in this very building after Dr. John Root. While I must admit I don't recall having the privilege to have met him, this came at the insistence and the recommendation of a couple of people who absolutely were firsthand to know the commitment and the fruits of his labor that we're able to witness here. One of which is the chief aide in our District 4 office, Mr. Mike Quigley, who served as the recreation director for Jefferson Parish for more time than I think he would care to admit. But 42 years in the parish government, Mr. Mike Quigley in our office had a one-on-one working relationship with Dr. Ruby pretty much from the day the park opened its doors. And secondly, our current park director, Mr. Barry McGinnis, beside him, each of these two men basically gave me a mandate that if you don't make it happen, Dominic, we will. All right. This is our proclamation that we have prepared for the naming of this conference room in the Lafayette Park. Whereas Dr. John Ruby was one of the first who served on the 17-member committee in 1971 to secure council approval to call a bond issue to acquire the old Jefferson Downs racetrack as a location for a future park. And whereas Dr. John Ruby was appointed to the Lafayette Park Advisory Board established by the council after being recommended by the Advisory Board Committee, and he became one of the strongest voices for the development of this park. And whereas Dr. John Ruby's time on the Advisory Board, he served on the Executive Committee, held the Building Committee chairmanship numerous times, held every office, including chairmanship of the boards at the time the updated master plan was approved for the park. And whereas Dr. John Ruby was an original member of the Park Foundation and served for many years continuing his service to the park. And whereas Dr. John Ruby was also a member of the Cotillion in the Pavilion, an annual fundraising activity to support funding for capital projects in Lafayette Park recommended by that advisory board. And whereas when the advisory board was dissolved, John joined the patrons of Lafayette Park to continue to work for the park despite his illness. And whereas, therefore, it is entirely appropriate that this council, on behalf of the citizens of Jefferson Parish, commemorate Dr. John Ruby's legacy to Lafayette Park and to Jefferson Parish by naming the Lafayette Park Foundation Center Conference Room in his honor. And the last thing I will say is, my dad taught me a long time ago the good Lord has a funny way of doing things, and always has some sort of plan that we don't know about. This comes at a time, as ironic as it may seem, as we just culminated our stakeholders committee for the redevelopment of Lafayette Park, where we are going just literally last Wednesday, concluded our wrap-up. We're going to be able to develop to the tune of several $1 million enhancements at this park and develop this park to hopefully achieve the vision that Dr. John Ruby once had for this place. And so that commitment hopefully is passed on to my generation, and we're going to take it from here and do it in his honor. So,
That's nice.
thank y'all for
That's
doing
nice.